That was a bit of Casey and JoJo with All My Life. I didn't know what it was. Was that a love song?
Someone said it was one of their favourite love songs, so I will not be judged here in my love song dedication hour.
In that video, he was like at the concert and like threw a towel that he used.
It's not the most sincere of love songs specifically, but it'll do. It'll play.
Lily's just passed me some fantastic Unity books, bookmarks that she is. That are free. Are you serious? They're free.
Serious.
Who's the talented artist behind these?
Anastasia Donians. She actually works for TVNZ.
Oh, she does. And she does. And she did a work for something else. I remember you brought in illustrations.
She illustrated the book that we did for the short story competition we ran, the long and the short of it.
Awesome.
And she does lots. You can see lots of the illustrations that she does for us on our website.
Go get one at Unity Books.
Yeah, they're beautiful. Really good.
What are we talking now?
Well, I was going to try and come up with a segue, but I haven't really. Can you help me create a segue between love poetry and old women who are stylish?
Absolutely not. I think that segue just happened just then. Just us talking about it.
Was just a
talking about a segue counts as a segue.
Right.
And on New Live anyway. So,
okay. So, yes, the second book I'm going to talk about is a book called Advanced Style. And it's kind of like, it's in the vein of The Sartorialist, or there's a couple of other ones out there. Sartorialist I just remember because I quite like that one.
Yeah.
Which is street style blogs that get turned into books inevitably because they have a whole lot of people being interested in them. This one is by Ari Seth Cohen.
Great name.
Yes. Jew name.
Yeah, very good. Ari, very Ari Gold from Entourage.
And he writes an introduction in here in which he explains that he was really impressed by his grandmother's style and he spent a lot of time with her. I love how influential grandparents are.
Yeah.
They make a huge difference. They make people often into what they become, like cooks and fashion photographer, blog stylists.
Well, it's sad when you figure out, like, when you see old photos or, like, read things about your grandparents and you realise that they were, like, way cooler than you are. Like, that's bumming me out.
Kind of sad.
Yeah, that's
inspirational. So people like Ari find inspirational. And there's also an introduction, basically.
Yeah, basically.
By Myra Hellman. You can see the illustration there. I love her. She's the one that I've reviewed before, and she does the.
Did you do the blog about George Washington?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good to remember, right?
Yeah, no, I recognise that art. Anyway, it's great.
So she writes a sweet little piece in here about older people, and the whole kind of gist of it is basically like all of those other style blogs, except you get characters like this.
Whoa.
So this
lovely
example, bam, look at all that colour.
Amazing.
And they say, we're minimal in our living but extravagantly exuberant in our art. Well, and I believe them. And also, and so the whole kind of gist of it, really, is that you're looking at people who put themselves together and you kind of, you jump over that hurdle of good looks or otherwise. Like, it's not really a concern.
Sartorialist, he's a beautiful photographer, but his subjects are always stunning Italian models who just happen to be wandering down the road.
Exactly.
So
and you know, if you're incredibly good looking, you're often going to look all right in whatever it is that you're wearing.
Yeah.
I mean, you
it's
can
just a sack.
Yeah, you can do better and worse, but you know.
Yeah.
And so that often begins as the focal point, whereas this is, you know, it's more focusing on the way that people put themselves together and the kind of the innate wisdom that they've cultivated over the years and how they then put that together into the way that they look. And so I just think it's far more inspirational than those books because you're really looking at the clothes and you're looking at the concepts and the characters.
I watched it was a short video I think you released as well on the internet, interviewing a couple of them, and a lot of them were just saying how this is the best age that they've ever been at, and they think that, you know, because they very much know themselves. And they know what they want to, I guess, present. They know their style. They're very self-assured rather than, you know, I guess, you know, muddling through what's fashionable. They have very, very distinct and unique senses of style.
Yeah, and someone was saying today that in the Sartorialist, everyone will just stand like this, kind of, and like looks and grab the camera. And all of these women are all just doing like these elaborate poses against walls.
Beautiful.
Like, that's a woman who's happy inside of her skin. And this woman has very old skin. She's 100 years old, Ruth.
Get
It's
out
like Terry
of
Richardson's
here.
mum.
She looks awesome.
She looks amazing. She looks a bit like Jerry Hall, sort of, yeah, they're really interesting people, and it kind of...
It's a kind of weird thing as well. It's like it's not until you see, I guess, older people, you know, who are amazingly stylish like this, that you realise that there's this weird, I don't know, maybe expectation or just idea that once you get old, you instantly turn into a caricature of an elderly person.
Right.
Like, you know, that, you wear, like, weird cardigans and stuff like that. Damien Levi says, I want to be a proper old man with sweater vests and khaki pants. That's what most 20-years are wearing these days, though. So.
Walked on Ponsonby Road recently, yeah, that's all we've got.
There's another kind of phenomenon as well, which is really sort of upsetting, is that often women over a certain age just get completely ignored. I remember my mum saying when she turned like 50, I think it was, that she felt completely invisible. And it is something that happens to women. So if you lose that kind of physical beauty side of things, you know, in our culture we presume that you're no longer worth looking at. And this book is something that kind of helps reintroduce the idea that, hey, everyone's worth looking at, especially if they've got something interesting.
I'm going to wear a hat that looks like a lamp. So I'm going to be seen. It's going to be great.
You will be seen.
That looks like a fantastic book. What would you call a coffee table book? I hate that term, though.
Advanced style coffee table book. I know.
I have a coffee table, so...
I know, it immediately rules it out. Yeah, well, I can't buy this.
No, that's fantastic, and it looks, it's very cool to have an actual book rather than having to scroll through blogs all the time.
Yes, exactly.
You can get that at Unity Books, as well as Dear Heart. We don't have the cover on it, but the beautiful wallpaper style cover of that. And thanks for all your love songs. It was fantastic. What's your favourite love song? You didn't think about it yourself.
No, I don't know. What's yours?
Song? I don't know. Damien says his one's Boyfriend by Justin Bieber. No, but okay, I'll give you that. Maybe like
It's Casey and JoJo.
No.
I like Beach House. What's the last track on the album? The Beach House. Oh, one of the songs anyway.
You know, I'd say this is weird, and maybe this is something bad about me, but my favourite love song is like a really good breakup song.
Right.
But it's Garageland, Not Empty. It's great.
Is that New Zealand?
Yeah, New Zealand band. You got to check it out. You've got to listen to it.
Probably won't
Put on a little bit of Death Cab for Cutie, cry yourself to sleep. No big deal.
I see that we're going to be probably going to a bit of Mountain Solveig night out. Great. Say goodbye to Lily. We'll see you next week.
Bye.